Anxiety can cause real distress. Depression can cause real distress. And the rates of people being diagnosed with anxiety and depression has increased during the lockdown and self-isolation. So I'm just going to give you some practical steps if you are suffering from anxiety and depression during lockdown, for you to practice. Perhaps it may give you some relief. The first one is to do deep breathing. It's very, very important. It might sound trivial, but it can give you some relief if you are going through an intense phase of anxiety or depression. The way to do this is you take 4 seconds breath in, you hold for 4 seconds, and you breathe out for 8 seconds. And try to do this like 15-20 times at least. Don't just give up after the second, third time. You might feel like giving up, but continuously do that. Number 2, perhaps practice some mindfulness, or if you want to call it something else, like meditation, or being in the present moment, or the presence of the heart, whatever you want to call it. But practice something that will give you some sort of relief, something that might connect what's inside you to God, to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sit down for a few minutes and just, if you get this influx of thoughts, just acknowledge the thought. Don't judge the thought and allow the thought just to pass away. It's a bit like you have a beach ball. The beach ball is a thought. If in a sea you push the beach ball into the seawater and you let go, it pops back up again. And this is what we're doing with thoughts. If you get thoughts and you try to push them away, they'll pop back into your mind. Just let the beach ball float. Just let your thoughts pass away. And yes, I'm talking theoretically here, but also can be applied practically. But it needs dedication. It's not going to come easy. It needs absolute dedication. Read more about mindfulness. It can help you. Sometimes we escape from silence. We don't need to escape from silence. Sometimes silence is good. Just sit down in silence. Hear the birds. Hear nature. This is the time where we can get back to the self. Let's flip this equation. If you are facing with a lot of anxious moments, perhaps you're looking at self-isolation or quarantine in a negative way. Think about it positively. Think about how much time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you to look at the self. If you're struggling financially, don't worry. You have Allah with you. Allah is everywhere. Allah is closer to you than your jugular vein. Your jugular vein is right here. If you cut your jugular vein, you will die. If you cut Allah, you will die spiritually. Stay strong. Allah is always with you. He will stay with you during self-isolation and when self-isolation finishes. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Beg Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help you so He can lift this calamity, this trial where He has put onto you, this trial of feeling anxious, feeling depressed. Beg Him, and the best possible way to do this is in the state of prostration, as sujood, where you are begging God to help you. Pray Salatul Layl, the night prayers. Continuously pray for all the other mu'mineen, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will answer your prayer, insha'Allah.